Old Man River, the Big Muddy, Old Blue, whatever you call it, the mighty Mississippi is one impressive body of water. And today we're actually going to get a peek at the quiet places, the backwaters of this giant river. Dancer Sharon Mansur is along for the ride. Won't you join us? Let's go, Minnesota.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
Hey there, Minnesota. I'm down here in Winona. It was a beautiful drive from Lake City along the bluffs all the way to the harbor. And now we are at the landing and we're about ready to put in at the Mississippi River.
We have a policy called the wet boots policy, which means that you're going to get your feet wet if you're putting the boat in properly. And we don't put the boats straight in the water and scooch them in. They come in parallel to the shoreline. We're just going to get into the water until it's floating. And I'm going to just hold it steady for my partner. And if you'll notice, he'll lean, 2 hands on the gunnels, stepping in the center of the boat, and then sitting down. No matter how many times I do this paddle, like, I'm always happy when I get out there, and you always feel like totally refreshed when you get back.
That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, the water's kind of chilly. I don't want to swim in that.
Yeah, so this is actually, I want to say, the lowest the river's been all year. Even though we haven't had a ton of rain, here up north, you know, it's gotten quite a bit of rain, so we've maintained a pretty high level.
What's the pup's name? Tilly. Tilly.
It's nice once we get back in here, it quickly transforms to feeling a lot further away than you actually are.
Hello, you fine people.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I was getting some artsy shots of logs sticking out of the water.
You know, it's super cool here when you come in like May, April, May, because the water's so high that you can paddle straight through these woods. It's total adventure paddling.
Oh, really?
You can just go wherever you want. It's like choose your own adventure. Sometimes you hit a dead end, but we've done like a whole day, like put in like 10 miles upriver and did a whole day just through forests. And
oh my
it's
gosh.
just super.
I totally want to come do that.
It's really, really cool.
You know what? It's, oh, look at the eagle. Eagle, eagle. Woo, look at this. What were you saying about the river right in this part? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it's kind of cool because right there pretty much is where, you know, you have a little bit of current that's coming from the water that's coming over the spillway. Okay. But when we paddle out to this island, it actually creates an eddy off of the main channel, and now we're paddling against the current.
Okay.
So that's one nice thing about this paddle is on the way back, there's a gentle current at your back when people are a little more tired.
Oh, so are we doing like an out and back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we have 5 canoe and kayak trails. I don't know if you saw the sign back there. We'll pass a couple more. They're like hiking trails through the backwaters for paddling.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
So some are loops and some are out and back.
Okay. Any of these maps you can find online?
Yeah. Yeah, if you go to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, they have all the maps around here of the paddle trails with mileage and difficulty and all that.
How long are the paddles?
They vary from, you know, I think the shortest one is probably maybe a mile.
Pretty shallow.
Yeah. It's really, the nice thing is it's all really nice sand. It's not like murky and gross.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm down with sand.
A lot of people hear backwater, especially in Winona. You know, our students too, like they hear backwaters and they think it's like a...
Where's the alligators?
Yeah, like things are gonna eat me in there and it's like a swamp land, and really it's just this beautiful interconnected web of smaller rivers and sloughs.
This is gorgeous, oh my God. Another nice little filmic setup here.
Oh wait, that's a cool shot right there. Don't move, everyone. Hey everybody, smile! Ah, that's great, I love it.
Yeah, so for me, you know, outdoor recreation is really key to just my well-being, and that really spurred my passion to create the Outdoor Education and Recreation Center. That we have this university that's right on the greatest river in North America, surrounded by the bluffs, and we need to, I really feel like it's our duty to get more and more people outside.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love what you said about general overall well-being.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just being in touch with nature kind of provides a sense of peace and calm.
Yep. Every year that when the new students come in, that if you're not willing to challenge yourself to go too far, you don't know how far you can go.
Exactly.
You know, and so
I love it.
it's really about stepping out of your comfort zone and seeing, that's where the magic happens. You know?
It is where the magic happens.
So this is called Blackbird Slough.
Okay.
We have the levee right here, and if you follow the levee over, you'll run right into Lock and Dam 5A. So we have, in this area between here and Wabasha, we have the highest concentration of bald eagles of anywhere in the United States. Except
Wow.
for Alaska. Yeah. so-
Really? Sooner or later, you're gonna get wet if you head out on a river or lake. Find out how to stay afloat so that dip doesn't turn into a disaster.
Hi, I'm Rob Welch, owner of Tyrol Ski and Sports in Rochester, Minnesota. Today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about PFDs, or personal flotation devices for use on rivers and lakes with kayaks, canoes, and stand-up paddleboards. PFDs, or life jackets as they're more commonly known, are required by law for every individual on a watercraft. It's really important to have a proper fitting, comfortable life jacket. When you do have that combination in your PFD, you are more likely to wear the jacket, which is the whole goal for having a life jacket on board. This life jacket is your traditional jacket that has a center front closure, and it has a mesh back on it down here so that when you're using it with a kayak seat, the kayak seat isn't overlapping on the foam, and that provides a more comfortable positioning with the seat and the life jacket. Another style of life jacket is what we call a sort of a pull over the head jacket with a side entry. The advantage of this style of life jacket is without that center closure on it, it allows them to put pleats in the foam right at the sides of the body, and it wraps around the body more comfortably. As I'm doing my paddle strokes, then I don't have any arm interference with the PFD, making a very comfortable fit. One of the things you really want to make sure happens is when the jacket is on and securely snugged down at all the points, when you pull up on the strap, it stays in place. You don't want it to lift way up in the air and rest up on the armpits. If you do happen to go in the water, you need that jacket snugly in place to support your weight properly and allow you to make the maneuvers you need to make to become safe. On lakes, I generally paddle closer to shore, not only because it's more interesting to paddle next to shore, there's more things to see on shore, and generally you can look into the water and enjoy the underwater aspect of it. But if anything was to happen and you were to capsize, you're close to shore, you can swim or wade to shore and get safe. So when you're paddling on rivers, it's not as easy to stay close to shore sometimes. You have to follow the natural course of the river and stay away from the obstacles that sometimes clog the shoreline. If you do, by chance, have an accident and do tip over on the river, it really becomes important to have a good fitting life jacket. You make your way to shore, you empty your boat out, you gather your composure, you get back in and start enjoying your day again. A good quality life jacket made out of quality materials, nice fitting, you're gonna find, and long lasting, you're gonna find that they generally run between $75 and $150. I'm Rob Welch, happy paddling.
So are you from Winona?
Not originally. No, I'm from Boston. Was born in Boston and grew up outside of Boston.
Okay.
New Englander.
When did you start dancing?
Well, I was always sort of jumping around and kind of hyper around the house, but my parents put me in creative movement when I was about 7.
Okay.
They got tired of me maybe jumping off of things, off the bed, off the back stairs. Modern dance is, it's a dance form where it's very individualized. So basically you can combine and borrow and steal from any other style of dance or movement.
Okay.
And combine into your own technique, basically. And
Okay.
for whatever you're choreographing or improvising.
So it's dance with no rules.
the best
You're
kind
a rule
of dance.
breaker.
The best kind of, well, no rules or you make your own rules.
Right. Okay. Do you perform locally or nationally or?
Both, nationally,
Okay.
internationally. I do some local work. I have a show right now at a gallery in Winona.
Oh,
That's
nice.
up for a month.
So so on the river today, I mean, are you inspired?
Oh, I love being outside. I do a lot of dance outdoors also.
Okay.
Site-specific dance.
Okay.
And I do dance film too, so I often will shoot a video that then I edit into a dance film that gets shown in different festivals. So I love watching movement of the wind or water, animals. All these fallen trees are really inspiring, like architecturally, all the roots that we're showing.
So how would you turn that into a dance?
So it's not so much about like literally trying to be the tree, but more
Okay.
the tree is sort of my set, my architectural sort of environment.
Okay.
And then I would sort of respond to that probably.
You know what I think? I think Sharon and I think she should get out and teach me how to do some dance moves on that sandbar.
And you can show me some hip hop.
Yeah.
That's fair, right?
I don't remember actually
Everybody
any
has
hip-hop
to
moves.
show. Oh, suddenly you don't remember.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
All right, so we're gonna sneak around the corner here coming out of Blackbird Slough. And right as we round the bend, we're gonna pop out of the willows looking out over the main channel of the river. So we'll be looking down over Winona. We can see the bridge. And then we'll have a nice eagle's nest off to our right in the cottonwood too.
So where does the main channel go and where do the backwaters
This
go?
is the main channel right here.
Okay.
So if you just walked around the corner here, you would see Lock and Dam 5A right here. So yeah,
So-
so this is the main channel. That's Winona.
Okay.
And Eagle's Nest is right up there. I think there's an eagle in it right now, actually.
Oh yeah, look at that.
But this is great because you can walk.
You can
it's
walk
shallow.
right
we
over
can
and
walk all the way
stand
to
right
that beach and
underneath
look
that eagle's
under the
nest.
nest.
Yeah, super fun. It's like,
Right now we're probably not even
knee
knee deep. Yeah.
should we go walk over and look
Yeah,
at it?
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Just gotta watch. There are close to the edge here. There are a couple of deep pockets. This is new.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it out here.
Yeah, right? He's loving this. It's like, it's so cute. Oh man, it's been beautiful. It's a gorgeous day out here. We're checking out the eagle's nest. Got this nice little sandy beach to play on. It's pretty much ideal.
I create little storyboards or maps. Something about like, the feet in the mud. The dance is both a visual art form as well as movement. So to kind of process these gestures, I just do a little free form kind of movement on paper study. The sense of trusting your body's wisdom and then trusting the creative process. Both have a lot of complexity and mystery and will lead you into a lot of unknown territory, but to trust your own innate wisdom and letting that lead you towards deeper understanding of self, it just feels like breathing to me. I remember the sound of my paddle on the water and the weight of the paddle in my hands. That was really very visceral for me, and then just the weight of the trees on the sides of the river and the branches and the roots sort of hanging down. Here's the second one, the feet in the mud. And I might put them both together. And then the third one, looking at that horizontal river line. And then I might add that with the arms in the sky, with the feet in the mud and the line. I've been, through my art, wanting to encourage people to go outside and to also notice their surroundings, perhaps in new ways. I feel dance can help illuminate, in between places or forgotten places or maybe places people take for granted. So I'm all for being outside. I feel my body differently when I'm outside versus in a human-made structure. I feel like there's something really primal about our connection to water and the fluidity in us, and then the fluidity of and the ever-changingness of the river. It's a really powerful force. What I find most fulfilling about dance is just the joy, the pure joy of moving. I'm Sharon Mansur, and I'm a dance and visual artist.
Okay, back across the river. All right.
Oh, the little thing that's traveling. Do you see it? There it is. It's coming up.
I'd say a little bull snake.
Tiny little one. That's good eyes to see that. Ross, you said you work for the city, right?
I do, yeah. Actually, the new outdoor recreation coordinator for the city of Winona.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's a brand new position that the city just put together. Winona is a pretty unique place for the Midwest. Within the city, we've got roughly 70% of the community is public land.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, the goal is really to continue those partnerships and grow the infrastructure for the community and remove roadblocks to outdoor recreation like this.
Yeah, that's super exciting.
Yeah, so I think our vision initially is to really take advantage of some of the low-hanging fruit that's kind of already in progress.
Okay.
So we've got a number of projects like the Sugarloaf, which is an iconic piece of Winona. Has a ton of visitors every year, but there's not really a good trail system yet. And then we want to focus on, we've got some good paddling like this available and great mountain biking potential in the community as well. So really just trying to tackle those and kind of the goal being
developing some infrastructure and getting maps out there and...
Yeah, absolutely. Seems like it's been one of those kind of quiet, hidden gems.
Okay. And
now, especially with students kind of becoming more interested just naturally in exploring the outdoors.
Right.
I can kind of see a little bit of a culture shift of more families being able to access these areas and get kids involved at a young age, which will be great.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so much work to do with that year.
I know, and it's going to come quick.
Why, we're doing 3 trips this fall and that's it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I think we're in a good spot with the Sugarloaf Trail development that we can move quick.
When digging is going to start that?
Yeah, the permit hearing is Monday or Tuesday.
I said these are called dead dog logs. I don't know if you've ever heard of those, but they're called that way because they got no bark.
Nice.
You two belong.
Yeah. Real punny over here. Real punny.
So what's your favorite? What's your favorite activity in the area?
That's a tough question. You know, right here and now is a great way to slow down and, you know, get away from kind of the hustle and bustle of town. But, you know, we've got a lot of opportunity to, like Eric and I talk about often, one of the nice things about the area is you can get up in the morning and go climb on the Sugarloaf, get a summit in, get a 360 view of town and the river and the bluffs, and then come down, change out, go mountain biking at the trails at Holzinger, and then come down and be out on a paddle like this and do that casually in a day and still have time to shower and hang out and grab dinner and then catch a show. So it's hard for me to choose a favorite because we can kind of get a little taste of them all.
Yeah.
So.
I love it.
Yeah.
How many water trails are through here?
Yeah, so I think we've got 3 kind of officially in the area. We've got this area here has a signed water trail.
Okay.
Just upriver, there's a nice little paddle trail. And then there's another one around a city park, kind of right on the opposite side of downtown, so across the main channel. There's a trail that goes all around that island, Latch Island.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Any crazy adventures on the river?
Yeah, you know, I try to keep it all picturesque like this, so
Yeah.
we get the postcards, but there are times when it's not this nice out.
Yeah.
I actually taught a paddling class for the university. It was a canoe camping class a while back, and it was a fluke. It had been nice like this, but it ended up being a day where it was on and off rain, overcast, windy, and some cold temps. So had to get the students out, getting them paddling, and you know, we've had, you know, when you get the wind up like that, people can tend to get a little nervous and go in the water.
Yeah. Like tip over, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I do a little canoe rescue stuff, but
Right.
you know, really back in here, you can keep it pretty safe.
It seems pretty chill.
Yeah.
Pretty relaxed.
Yeah, we don't want to. What we don't want to do is take people, you know, from their comfort zone and take them right to a crisis zone.
Right.
So it's what's called type 2 fun.
Yeah. I love type 2 fun.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's not fun when it's happening, but
Yeah, but it's usually the most memorable, I
it
feel.
is, absolutely, yeah. Type 3 is the next level for sure, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what
But I've never had type 3 fun on the river. There's definitely been some type 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had type 3.
You've had type 3? What was your type 3?
We almost got struck by lightning throughout the night.
Oh.
Which time was that?
We were on Island 64 right here. And this huge storm. It was a canoe camping time.
Oh, there you go.
And there was no way we could leave. And we decided, I was going normal minimalist style, so we didn't have tents, we just had a big tarp. And we all wrapped up in like a burrito. And the lightning strikes were super close. Like it was almost like move your body. Like, but there's nothing we could do.
Right.
Like you're on an island, so you can't really get anywhere.
Right.
For shelter, we just had to ride it out.
You just burritoed down.
It's like, it was pretty gripped the whole night.
Yeah, that would be. So Mike, have you been paddling these rivers for a while?
I have been paddling these rivers all my life.
Oh, very nice. Do you know what it was like around here 100 years ago?
Absolutely. A lot like we're sitting in right now. The backwaters were more like the main channel. 100 years ago, there was no dams. We've got a series of lakes now we deal with, and it's changed it. These narrow pathways in the backwaters and the maples leaning out over the water and some of the habitat we see, like the fish that just jumped.
Yeah.
Those are similarities with 100 years ago.
Right.
The Isaac Walton League, about 100 years ago, started the effort by a guy named Will Dilg to create the Upper Mississippi Wildlife Refuge, which was created in 1924.
Okay.
And that's 240,000 square miles of the Upper Mississippi, square acres, I'm sorry. The Mississippi's always going to be a little muddy. That's how it got its name, the Big Muddy.
You know, I had actually never heard the Big Muddy before today.
Really?
Yeah. What are all the different nicknames of the Mississippi?
Old Miss, the Big Money, and the Big Muddy. I hear the Big Muddy fairly often.
Okay.
And then
I guess
when
I
you
just
get
always hear the Mighty Mississippi. That's what I hear.
Mighty Mississippi.
Yeah.
Remember, it drains 2/3 of the North American continent, so that makes it one of the major rivers in the world.
So I'm curious, would you prefer to paddle on these backwaters or out in the main channel?
I prefer being on the water than on the streets.
Good answer. I like it.
I don't care what the vehicle is. I'm getting too old for paddleboarding.
Oh, you're never too old for paddleboarding. Hey, thanks for joining us on the river. It's been a beautiful day. See you next time on Let's Go Minnesota.
If you do a good job listening,
your birthday?
you get a paddle. You guys need any pointers for getting in and out of the kayak at
No,
all?
I don't
Are
think
you
so.
feeling good with it?
We're just gonna help each other. We're professionals.
I was just gonna make something up, and I don't really know. I just read a magazine on paddling last night,
You're like,
so I'm just like
put the kayak in the river
trying
and
to
then
figure
get
it out.
I have a massive phobia of snapping turtles. Sooner or later, you're gonna get wet if you head out on a river or a lake. Find out how to stay afloat.
Just right into you.
All right.
That was it?
Oh, that was it.
That was great.
Okay.
So I'm like, you're gonna make it quick.
Okay, we got it.
Nice.
All right, score.
Way to go.
All right, we're at ramming speed here.
Bumper boats.
Yep, hello.
What's that?
Did you miss us?
No, he was talking to Mike.
The other mic, one of the mics. That mic.
Mike.
Check, test, yep. Yeah, you get a bunch of outdoor folks together. It doesn't. Oh yeah.
Matt's cutting in. Budger.
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 Hey, no budging.